Welcome everybody to this week's video. I wanted to talk a little bit about a mid-morning meal that I like to have. Is oatmeal. One of my favorite go-tos, kind of a comfort food for me, especially in the mornings after a workout or just when I'm taking a break. So anyway, wanted to go through a little bit about what I like to put in my oatmeal. Start out with some ground walnuts. Again, walnuts are very good because they're high in omega-3 fatty acids, which are good for heart health. I like raisins just because that gives a little bit of sweetness to it. You know, obviously I try to go with organic when I can. I use undenatured whey protein powder, usually about 1 scoop of that in there as well. And I wanted to just talk briefly about the type of oatmeal that I like to use. This is steel cut oatmeal, a little bit different than your regular conventional oatmeal. As you can see, I'll pour a little bit in my hand here. You can see that it's just basically cut in half rather than all ground and flattened. So again, I talked a little bit about the glycemic index a couple weeks ago, and the steel cut oatmeal has a lower glycemic index because it takes your body it's a little bit harder to break down for your body. Your body has to work out a little bit longer, but consequently it has a little bit longer burn. I like to put some cinnamon in there as well. Cinnamon is really good because it has a lot of antioxidant qualities, which again is good for your health as well. One of the things I've recently discovered is blackstrap molasses. Now, molasses is very interesting. It is actually a byproduct of sugar processing for sugarcane. So when the sugar is originally in a raw form, it has a brown color to it. So then what they do is they separate that out. The brown is basically all of the minerals and other things in the sugar, basically the good stuff. They separate that out, and then that's what the molasses actually is. So it contains all of the good micronutrients, minerals, etc. that the sugarcane absorbs. Sugarcane actually has a very, very deep root system, so it's able to absorb those deep micronutrients. Then they get concentrated here in this byproduct. When they try to make the sugar, when they do make the sugar white, this byproduct is the molasses. So this stuff is really high in micronutrients, super high in iron, just really a great all-around nutrient source. Obviously it has a bit of a strong flavor, so it's something you need to get kind of accustomed to, but again, just a great supplement for your diet. And then finally, I like to use some local milk if you can get it. This milk I really enjoy because it has a very short expiration date on it. And boy, I'll tell you what, if you don't use this by the expiration date, it does go bad, and it's usually only a couple days. So I like that in that tells me there's not a whole lot of preservatives and additives in there that's going to keep the milk from spoiling. So therefore, it's better for me to put in my body. A milk that has an expiration date of 3 months, quite honestly, makes me a little nervous. So anyway, again, a nice local milk for my oatmeal. So I'm Rick the Science Guy. Hope you learned a little bit something there. Have a great week. I'll talk to you.